What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another match reaction. This time for a win. Before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also keep in mind tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching. So September 1st, I'm gonna say Toronto time. I forgot the correct name, but 10 a.m. Julian is gonna do a deadline stream, 7 hours straight. So please join him. September the 1st. He has some guests on, so it's gonna be fun. He has some things planned. So join him. Should we do something on the market, and we will talk about it also, because it's kind of related with what happened today. But yeah, let's go into the game. 2-0 win over SPEZIA. I'm gonna say, first of all, 3 points. I think that was important because we didn't got 3 points since game 1. Vlahovic, amazing goal. Like, again, like basically almost copy paste as the Roma game. That's a positive, and I think after that goal, let's be honest, I don't want to be negative, but everything went downhill. Like the performance, intensity, just ideas on the pitch, like everything, it went downhill. And it got to a point where it was actually, to be honest, becoming a little embarrassing because we are playing Spezia at home, and you should win those games easily. Like, that's the honest truth. You should win those games easily, especially if you struggle away to Sampdoria, who are, in my opinion, still a relegation side. Spezia are also, or like they should be on paper. And we struggled big time. I think the second half was even worse, to be honest. But like, I would say after the first 18 minutes, we were clueless and we were unbelievably sloppy on the ball. Like, I don't know how many times we gave away possession. It was becoming, I want to say worrying, but like it passed the worrying stage. Like, it was becoming unbelievable. Like, it was becoming so bad that it's like they're doing it on purpose now. Like, it's not that they don't want, like, they want to do it. It became that obvious at some point. Like, Quadrado, I don't know, especially in the first half, he gave away the ball so many times in very dangerous positions, like misplacing easy passes straight down the middle when we were trying to build up, when Spezia were on our heels. Like, it was actually unbelievable. Like, I don't know what happened to Corrado, but the last almost 12 months has been brutal to watch from Corrado. And maybe, I mean, he is 34 years old. He played a lot of games the last couple of years. He played every position. Maybe that's, that's it. It's taking a toll, and that's what Corrado's going to be. If that's the case, and it looks like that's the case, he shouldn't be on that pitch very often, especially in a position where you need to create stuff, because he's creating absolutely nothing. Like, nothing. And it looks bad. Like, I kind of felt sad for him at some point, because I always like Quadrado, and I don't want to see him go out like that, but like, it seems like he's going out like that. On the other side, we had Keane in the first half. I will give Keane, I'll say something nice about it, and he wanted to do something positive, but it wasn't positive. He cannot play on, like, if you need Keane to play on that wing, it needs to be like plan C or whatever, like, because he's not gonna offer you anything. Like, a lot of good intentions, but like nothing comes off. It's just the same as last season still, to be honest. Like, it looks bad, and not all his fault, because if you don't play a lot, and if you play, I don't think he can play on that position, in my opinion. But like, it looked bad, and those two not working well, that also took a lot out of it the first half, because we struggled to, like, we created for 90 minutes, we created absolutely nothing once again. Like, this was our first open goal play since 300 minutes, since the Sassuolo game. It was individual brilliance that was kind of bailing us out, and with individual brilliance, I mean Vlahovic. Other than that, we create absolutely nothing. Like, if somebody in the comments let me know, like, the header from Vlahovic from a corner, the keeper saved, like, that's not really creating, if you know what I mean, like, just clean open play chances. We struggle. Allegri came out after game saying, I want to see movements. We have problem with it. I'm like, okay, but what are you doing in training? Like, if you're struggling with it, fine. But like, surely game after game, you see some progression. We see absolutely nothing. Like, there's nothing. Like, movement on the ball was so bad, which was good in the first half against Roma. It was completely gone today. Like, completely gone. Like, there were large stretches of the game, we were getting dominated in terms of Spezia had the ball and we were just giving it back, like, for fun. And long balls, like, we had absolutely nothing going on. And it remains an issue because keep in mind, it's Spezia at home. Like, keep that in mind. And yeah, we got the win, but like, if you look further ahead, you can feel it's the same vibe as last season. Like, it's not really sustainable. The only positive thing this season is it looks like it's going to be close and other teams are also going to drop more points. And with the World Cup, you never know. But I'm not going... after watching that game, I'm not, leaving my sofa or whatever and be like, okay, that's positive. Like, it's an improvement. We're going into the right direction. I cannot see that at the moment. And people, I know you will say, oh, we're missing Di Maria. He just came back. Or Paredes or Pogba. Fine, but like, you still need to have a style of play. And I know if you miss quality players, it will not look the same, but we have no style of play. Like, we struggle in so many areas, like movement on the ball, off the ball, especially off the ball. It's just so very stale. Like, it's very easy to defend against, and also on top of that, if you're becoming so sloppy, it's basically impossible to create anything. So that's the game. Highlights, I think Bremer, he was a rock. Like, he was fantastic. So very good for him, very positive. He had cramps, no injury, so he came off. He asked to come off. Gatti made his debut. I'm gonna say about Gatti, he is a no-nonsense defender. Like, he will clear it just to clear it. Like, he will go in and he will go in. Like, if he takes out a player and the ball, so be it. But like, he's a non-nonsense defender. Kind of reminds me of Chiellini a little bit. But I think he had a good game. Gatti, maybe in the first half there were a few moments, but like, overall he had a solid game, which is positive. It's positive because everybody was like, is he going to adapt? Serie B, Serie A, a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure. He did well. I know it's Spezia at home, but like, it's his first Serie A game, so he did well. That's good news. Chesney, he's going to be out for a very long time. And that's why I said at the start of the video, let's see what we will do tomorrow. If maybe the club, here's it's going to be multiple months, I think it's going to be a few months, like 1, 2, maybe you will make the World Cup with Poland. I think it's going to be something like that. Maybe at the start of November, he will be back. But if it's worst case scenario, I think you need to go in and get another goalkeeper. So that's why I said keep out. So, I mean, good luck for Chesney. It did look bad. What else? Locatelli. Again, like, it's not good enough. And I know we talked about that midfield, the way we play, and I agree. But still, Locatelli needs to do much better. At home against Spezia, he wasn't good. Like, let's be completely honest, he wasn't good once again, and it's becoming a little bit worrying, in my opinion, because he needs to pick it up. Because I think, I asked Julian yesterday, and he said, yeah, Allegri will bench him if he's not performing. And I kind of agree with him. I think if he will not pick it up, going on, I think he will find himself a lot more on the bench than he was hoping for. He needs to pick it up. I don't know, it's not all his fault, but like, just decision making and all those things, like on the ball, it's very hot and cold. That's not good. Like, it's not positive. Rabiot, I think he had a solid game against Rabiot. Like, again, like, nothing spectacular, but like, solid. Miretti, I will say this, because I said it many times. I said he will play bad games. I'm not going to say he played a bad game, but like, compared to his previous games, it was bad. It was still okay. He was forcing a little bit, which is good in terms of he will learn from this. He's only 19, he just turned 19, so he will make mistakes. Like, when he was in the box and he could wait for like a few seconds and play that ball in, he took a shot like very hasty. He wants to do stuff, which is good, which is positive. But like at times he just needs to clear his head in terms of there's an easier pass to be played and play your teammate in one-on-one or something like that. But I tweeted out after the game, compared to his previous games, it was worse. That's fine, because it will be a bit hit and miss. One game he will look fantastic, then he will look a game bad, then he will play 3-4 games again really fantastic. It's normal. He needs to find a balance. He needs to learn the hard way. That's why he needs to play. But I also said, even on a bad day, he still made it happen. And I don't think any other midfielder who's currently fit in the squad can do that on a bad game. And that's the difference in terms of, that's why I believe Allegri just kept him on. Because I think even Allegri at this point knows it wasn't fantastic compared to the previous games, but he can still make it happen in terms of he can beat his man with ease. He can push that ball 20, 30 meters up the field, ball in his feet, ping that ball, whatever. He had his first assist, which was a good ball in a position where very difficult for a defender to defend. Milik took that goal very well. But like that's why he kept him on, and that's positive in my opinion, which is good news. That's the good news. Other good news is Milik came on, scored. I never had doubts about Milik scoring goals. I was just thinking, I think we needed something else with the injuries and how we play and all those things, because I don't want to see Keane on the wing. But it is what it is. He's here. I'm going to support him. I never doubted his goal scoring ability. That was a good goal. He took it. Very happy for him, which is positive news. Confident, all those things. That's good for him. But yeah, 3 points overall. I think that's what you take out of that game. If you want to be positive, very positive. There are many negatives in my opinion, and like old habits, which needs to be resolving. We've been saying it for months now, and I don't have the feeling it will get resolved anytime soon. And for me, that's a little bit scary, knowing we're going to play Fiorentina away and PSG away in the space of 4 days. So that's the worrying part. But, for now, 3 points. I'm going to wrap it up. Keep in mind, deadline day stream, 7 hours straight live with Julian and guests, a special guest also, journalist. So stay tuned for that. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you back today, depending when you're watching this video. Ciao, guys.